support, please do well to click the red button below for the subscribe button, and also please give this video a like and a comment if you enjoy watching.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, I say thank you so much. You are most definitely welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate your support. Please do well to hit the red subscribe button below to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to give this video a like and a comment at the end of the video if you enjoyed watching it. So I know a lot of you must have like burning questions based on the DM I've gotten, and like people always ask like, Frank, you've not put up content for like the past 1 month, I guess. So I've been really busy. I'm still gonna apologize again. There's nothing I can do about it because schoolwork and a lot of things have been holding me back, but I promise to give in my all and put at least a few videos with this, like, to cover up for the time I have not been uploading. As you all know, with this channel I don't only do immigration videos, I also do lifestyle videos, like fun things. Like, it doesn't have to be always about Canada, or it doesn't have to be always about migrating to Canada. There are so many things in this life one can do, right? So today's video, as you can see from the title, is a very, very highly requested video based on DMs, and a lot of people are always asking, okay, that they've already had the admission and they want to apply but they don't know how to do the application. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm also going to make a dedicated video showing, like, not really application because I'm not applying for my visa now, but I'm going to be giving like a preview and a preface of how applying a visa is. And I'm also going to be linking my immigration video with the card up here if you haven't watched how I applied. And as you all know, for people who have watched the video, I did not use an agent, but a lot of people still want to make more inquiries. So for those who are going to use an agent, there are some things these agents don't tell you. I just tag it as the pros and cons. So a lot of them just want to put the application through and get their money, but there are a lot of things they really hide from you. So I'm going to be stating some of the few things these agents do and they don't really tell you before you apply, and even when you get to that particular country. Like you all know, this is also a disclaimer that I'm not an immigration consultant, I'm not also an agent, but based on my personal experience, like that I have had with people, and some of my friends have actually told me about what these agents do. You know that they are all in for business and they don't really tell you the in-depth truth about what you're actually going to get into. We all know before you get into a new country, you always want to settle in a good environment, which as regards to weather, the cost of living, the standard of living, the job opportunities, and so on and so forth. But these agents tend to sugarcoat whatever they tell you, ranging from the applications, the visa processing, the tuition fee payment. They tend to sugarcoat it to make it look simple and just straightforward. Life is not always rosy, right? So a lot of people come and say, their agent said they should pay this particular amount of money, but I'm just going to be talking about the most common and the few things that these agents request of. The first one is going to be the school application. Like we all know, these agents, they always want to tell you that this school is very, very cheap. This school is, when you are in this school, your degree is this. We all know that Canada education, all schools have very good standard of education, but there are some schools that are more expensive than the other. For example, U of T, UBC, McGill, McMaster University, and York University, and some other universities. But these agents just tell you the school is cheap, the school is so good, you just go to the school, get your degree. They make it so easy. Like, a lot of agents do not consider the standard of living or how the weather in a particular province, for example in Canada, particular provinces, before telling you to apply. They only apply or advise you for schools based on how easy their candidates or their clients easily get admission to that school. So take for instance, you're applying to University of Manitoba, and they know that out of their 50 clients, 48 of the clients have gotten admission to the University of Manitoba. When you come and say you want to go to the University of Waterloo, they're never going to answer you. They'll be like, oh yeah, no, Waterloo is really expensive. Even when Waterloo is not expensive, they'll make Waterloo look so expensive that you end up having your choice at the University of Manitoba. That is why I always advise people whenever they come to me and like, okay, what is this and what is that, I always tell you, try to do your research. You are going to see tons of YouTube videos about Canada on YouTube, but you don't just have to rely on the YouTube videos you see. You have to do an extensive research too to facilitate whatever you have learned on those videos you have watched. So I usually tell them, try to do your research. If at the end of the day Waterloo is what you what you are going for, and you've weighed the whole cost of living, standard of living, and every other amenity you get in a particular province, and it suits what you need, go to University of Waterloo. Now the second one is going to be the visa. The visa is one of the most important part of the, in fact, the visa is the middleman of your transiting to another country. Without a visa, you obviously cannot enter the country of your choice to study. So one thing about agents is that they tend to charge a whole bounty. They tend to put a whole bounty. I'll call it bounty because they make it seem so enormous. Like visa is like one when you're going to dig gold. So they make it seem so enormous and hard that you have no option. Even when you have confidence of doing it by yourself, you have no option of doing it by yourself. You end up wanting to rely on them. So visa is something that it is not too easy, to be honest with you, and it's not too hard. Again, if you have not watched my immigration video, you can also go watch it. I'm going to leave a description below, and I think I also linked a card just a few minutes away from this video, so you will see how I applied how I transitioned to the application by myself. Although the application was like 99% done, and I just sealed everything like with I just had to give everything I had based on the research I've done, based on my application was based on research, to be honest. It was built solidly on research, and I didn't have to rely on any agent for anything. So the visa, you might see, if for example a visa range might cost about 35,000 naira for something to apply, and an agent might tell you that this visa actually costs 250,000, and this is why it costs 250,000. The main fee in the particular money they mentioned to you is 35,000 naira, while the remaining fees that are added are what I call the hidden fees. They are hidden fees because they're always covered with one English or the other to confuse whoever is applying, and for them not to know what exactly they are applying for. If you have an extensive research, my solemn advice to you is just to apply by yourself, which is not too difficult as long as you have the right documentation. But if you're not too sure, if you're unsure, if you don't want to make any mistake, if you don't want to do this, then you can go for an agent if you also have the finance to do that, if you have the finance to pay them. But mind you, using an agent doesn't mean that you will not be denied visa. I repeat, using an agent doesn't mean that you cannot be denied a visa. A lot of people just do it so that they'll be able to cover a lot of mistakes that they have done. And the thing about this visa process is that whenever the agents are processing it for you, they do not tend to tell you how they go about getting those documentations. They just tell you to relax while they go do everything, and at the end of the day, you won't have enough information to back up how your application went, or why you are, or how you went about your application. Because even though you use an agent, you should be aware of how these things are being done even before it is submitted. Now the second thing is the job opportunities. Now this one is even one of the baba. Let's take for instance, you get your visa gets approved. Thank God, congratulations to agent, or to if you're the one who did it by yourself. And then you come into the country, and what the expectation you have gathered from what your agent has told you is not what you actually meet here. Take for instance, while you're applying for your visa, your agent tells you, okay, let me use based on the messages I've received. A lot of people messaging me telling me the agent told them when they come here in 2 weeks they'll be able to work $3,500. $3,500, and in 1 month they'll be able to have like $7,000, $8,000, and they'll be able to pay their tuition, they'll be able to buy a in this country. See, I don't know, this agent, I don't know whether they studied marketing in school, to be honest. I don't know if they studied marketing in school. But if this money, hey, God have mercy, if this money was to be how said it would be, I didn't want to say anything. But this is, I don't know if I should call it a blatant lie, but these things, the reason for this video is to tell you that these things are not true. I'm not saying they are not possible, but they are not true based on the statistic they are giving you. You cannot tell me someone, a new immigrant or a temporary immigrant as a student, is coming into the country, and you are telling him within few days he's going to get a job, and after that within 2 weeks he'll be earning $3,500. Have you forgotten that Canada has a 20-hour restriction of work. I always try to remind people about that. So I usually tell people whenever they message me that I'm always going to talk about it, and now this is the video here. These things are never true. A lot of students come here and they work, not like they don't work, but don't expect that much amount of money or that particular figure. Some of them will come here with that expectation. At the end of the day, get disappointed, get depressed along the line, saying stuff about financial issues, or trying to use the work, the jobs they do here to sustain themselves and school fees, telling them that they'll be able to use 3,500 to sustain themselves, groceries, rent, this and that. If I don't even know, the lies are just too much. If you guys have not watched my accommodation video, I'm going to link the card up here and also put it in the description, so you're going to see how the accommodation process works here, which is not even easy to even find a house. Trying to look for the house is money. Now looking for the house is another money. And then you also tell them that job opportunities is very easy here to. When you come here and you apply and apply and apply and apply, then you know that it's not even easy to look for a job. Resumes in Canada are not just any type of resume. Your resume has to follow the right Canadian standard, and following the right Canadian standard does not still mean that you will get employed or you get called by the employer. So I just try to tell a lot of people, do not listen to what agents tell you. Just try to make your research, try to watch videos, because most of these videos I'm sure have already talked about what I'm talking about, but you still see people always coming, so you have to make sure to repeat the information for them to make sure it sinks in their brain, so that you know that yes, these agents are just, once they collect their money, their contract with you is over. The third, which is the housing and accommodation, is what I just talked about just now, which I said also that they are going to assure you that you're going to get a place. Sometimes they go to the extent of even assuring you an airport pickup, which is total lie. If you go and believe an airport pickup, my brother, you will go to the airport and you'll be stranded. Know what these agents are actually there for, and know your own stance, know your own duty in that visa application and that study permit you're actually pursuing. Do not base all your expectation on what they tell you alone. So the third is going to be the housing and accommodation, which I still say again, it is not always easy to find a house. Houses are also expensive. Do not always base off your paycheck on renting, grocery. There are a lot of things that are eating your paycheck. It's not only rent, it is the forefather of eating your paycheck, but we still have groceries, we still have other things that also slander this paycheck. So when you base your paycheck on housing, you come here and you'll be shocked, you'll be surprised. Some people end up entering into depression because of these financial lies that agents tell them from back home. Now the fourth is the permanent residency card, which is the PR. We all know Canada is home to immigrants, and let me say 99% or 98%. I'm not really giving these statistics, but let me just give an approximate or an estimate of 98% of students who come here eventually end up as permanent residents, except you decide to go back to your home country, or except you have some issues along the line, maybe like criminal records or something that would deny your permanent residency status here in Canada. But this is not how the agents tell you from back home. Agents tell you that once you finish school, that you are going to get a job. Yes, they tell you once you finish school you're going to get a job. They won't tell you about your work permit application. They'll tell you once you finish school you get your work permit. They don't know you have to apply and still wait for that work permit to come out, which sometimes even take a while. They might tell you once you get your work permit you get your permanent residence. It doesn't work that way. I'm also going to make a video of how transitioning from work permit to permanent residency status works. So permanent residency status is also another type of lie students get from different agents from their home country. So I'm here to just clarify these very few. There are a lot more, but these are the most common and I would say the most important reasons people should know in terms of immigration, study permit, visitors, work permit, tourists, whatever type of visa you're coming to. Agents have lies for different types of permits. They have lies for different types of permits. And for a country like Canada, that is now one of the most sought out destinations for like most immigrants, that is where they now base their focus on. So I'm here to make this video solely for the people to have this information and always try to do their research. Thank you so much for watching this short video. I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you watch up to this point, don't forget to give this video a like and a comment. If you enjoy watching, don't forget to don't forget to hit the red subscribe button down below. Leave more comments about questions you have: visa, job opportunities, permanent residency status, and accommodations. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.